Hi, everybody. I'm excited because I am about to go on a flight. So I just had breakfast at one of the local cafes near my house and in beautiful San Diego. And now I am going to the airport in a little bit. But before I leave, I wanted to record my moon video here. Um, so that you have it early because I'm about to be really busy. I'm going to be in New York City. I am going there for a couple of different work projects, one of which will be at Rosewood Theater. I'm so excited. So if you are in the area of Manhattan during Halloween weekend and you want to come and see me, talk about what's going on in your life, maybe get a dance, maybe get one of the services or thrills that we provide at Rosewood Theater. And if not, I'll be back in San Diego in time for Moon Circle on 11/5. So we will see you there. Now let's get into the moon video, yeah? This super full moon is going to be reaching exactation at 13 degrees, 22 minutes of Taurus. So we're really getting to that midway point of Taurus here as it's reaching exactation at 13 degrees, 22 minutes, almost halfway through Taurus's energetic range. So let's go ahead and talk about when that energetic window is opening up to us. So this is opening up to us from Sunday on the 2nd through Saturday the 8th, with exactation happening on the 5th. So we get the opening of that window starting on the 2nd. You can expect some challenges, but also like it's going to be matched with a lot of treasures. Taurus is a sign that's filled with a lot of value and a lot of stability. So allow yourself to be open as things are coming your way. Just expect that you will be tested because that is part of the full moon release. So as these opportunities or these treasures get revealed to you, how are you going to make sure that you don't sabotage the receipt of those things? So be prepared to meet your highest self as you are coming into this Taurus full moon. We always want that, right? But especially with this super full moon being in Taurus, Taurus is a sign of wealth and prosperity and stability and security. So if you have been waiting for those things to come into you, I understand. This is the moon where you want to really examine and look at what is holding you back. That brings us to our very first question. So if you would like to prepare your notebook, here is what it should look like. If you would like to set up your journal ahead of time, get a new sheet, get a new sheet prepared. I have a different notebook with me today because I'm going to be ripping these out and putting them on my vision board for this next year. So, what you're going to want to do is set up your journal to answer the following questions. So at the top, you'll have broken shackles, skip a few lines, Taurean house and theme. So all of the themes, all of the answers that we get from your circle chart will go right there. Rock solid self-love, and watering the manifestation. So once you have your notebook set up, then we can go ahead and answer our very first question. All right, so your very first question is, what established outdated rules and or conventions are keeping you stubbornly stuck? What established outdated rules and or conventions are keeping you stubbornly stuck? Go ahead and take a moment to respond to that. I'm going to do mine right here. Go ahead and take a moment to respond to this question, and then we'll move forward. If you feel stuck on this question, take a second to think about like what is something that like you're trying to move towards, and then what is something that is like stopping you from moving towards it. You might also, the way that I kind of went at this question was I thought about the like rules that stop me from being successful in the current world in which I live. All right, once you have your answer to this question, we can move forward. If you need the slide longer, you can go ahead and stay here. Otherwise, let's move forward with me. So this meditation is really just meant to be a relaxation meditation. But wherever you are going to do this, make sure that you don't have distractions because this time should be about you. It shouldn't be about anyone else. Enjoy. Okay. If we want to do this with the meditation, if you want to, if you want to do your meditation after we have started our candle, then this is the perfect time to start. We're going to go ahead and take a deep breath, and then we are lighting this candle before we move into the rest of our journal prompts. Okay. So what I would like you to do is take a hand and place it on your heart, and take a hand and place it on your belly. We are going to be focusing on moving the hand that's on your belly before moving the hand on your chest. Okay. So as you breathe, you're going to allow this hand to fill and feel the air before this hand. So make sure your spine is happy. And you'll take a deep breath in, filling the belly first. Then the chest. Sit at the top. And release. I'm going to do one more breath just like that. Fill in through the belly, your chest, and sit at the top. And release. May everybody watching this video feel the stable security and foundation beneath them, so that everybody watching this video with me during this time can feel safe enough to live their dreams. There we go. All right. Yay, candle is lit. As you have finished building your meditation nest, the question that I would love for you to have on your mind, however, I want you to just enjoy relaxing. However, if you want to set yourself up for the next question, a really good question to keep in mind is, what is the manifestation that I'm hoping to bring closer to me? Like if I'm a magnet, because Taurus isn't going to move. Taurus doesn't want to move towards what they want. What I would like for you to do is spend time thinking about what the manifestation is that you are seeking to bring into your reality. To really hone in on the Taurean energy that we have granted to us during this window, I want you to really concentrate on magnetism. So Taurus is not a sign that wants to move towards its goal. Taurus is a sign that wants to stay still because it is so secure and it is so stable. It's not moving anywhere. It doesn't want to. If it really has to, it will move. But when people say that Tauruses are stubborn, That's because they don't actually want to move. They want to magnetize. Think of it like our natural stones that have magnetism, right? Taurus to me is oftentimes like a magnet, natural magnet source. So again, go ahead, listen to the playlist. And as you sit there, I want you to just breathe in and out. This is your moment of luxury amidst any chaos. So what I would like for you to do is, as you are listening to this meditation, I want you to focus on your breath. And every time you breathe in, that manifestation is being pulled towards you. So Taurus is not a sign that wants to move. It's a sign that loves to be stable. It's secure. Um, it's not moving anywhere. Think of like the most beautiful gemstone boulder that maybe you've ever seen, the biggest gemstone you've ever seen, just rooted into the ground, the biggest geode. That stone is not going to get up and move towards anything, right? It knows its value. It knows that it's magnetic, and whatever is meant to come to them comes to them, right? So if we're really opening ourselves up to this Taurus energy, we want to release all of the expectations that we have of like, oh, I have to chase this, I have to hustle, I have to da 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 da. No, leave it behind. What we're doing right now, as we are sitting in our Taurus energy, we're really going to focus on magnetism. So when we did that little breath, notice that we worked on breathing into the belly first, breathing into the chest. We pull the breath in up at the top. And what I do is I focus my energy. I bring my eyes towards my third eye. I look up like I'm looking towards my third eye. So like looking straight up to where my third eye is. And what I'm doing is I am visualizing the thing on the horizon that I want to bring closer to me. As you breathe in, you're going to be pulling that manifestation closer to you. So whatever trinket is in place or sensation is in place for that manifestation that represents that manifestation to you, imagining it getting closer, louder, more intense because it's closer to you. The energy of that thing is closer. So you're picking like a representation, a trinket, a sound, a sensation that represents that manifestation or the energy of that manifestation. If it's a lot of money, what is the largest amount of money you've ever received, right? What's the most intense sensation you experienced with that large sum of money, right? It could be a feeling. It could be a visual image of something, whatever it is. Spend the next 22 minutes pulling that thing closer, whether that's a louder sensation, whether that's a bigger visual image, whether that's a more intense sense of smell of the thing, whether that's a more intense taste, right? Whatever, or feeling, a more intense feeling, whatever it is for you, avoid distractions and spend that 22 minutes pulling into your center and growing the magnetism for that manifestation. All right, sound good? Enjoy. I'm looking forward to hearing about how that works out for you. So if you are heading into your meditation, enjoy. Again, the playlist will be below unless editing me figures out how to put it somewhere up here. Enjoy. Have the best meditation ever. I hope it's fully relaxing. Maybe you do it in the bath, maybe you do it on your couch, but avoid the distractions, okay? For the rest of you that are ready to move on, if you need this side longer, you can stay here. Otherwise, you should be ready to move forward. Let's go. This is your second prompt, rock solid self-love. How can you give yourself the rock solid self-love you need right now? Go ahead and take a few minutes to answer this question, and then we will be moving forward. If you need this slide longer, you can go ahead and stay here. Otherwise, let's go ahead and answer our third question. How can I water the manifestation that is in fertile ground of my creative center? So prompt 3, how can I water the manifestation that is in fertile ground of my creative center? So this creative center, I want you to think of that as like, what is the manifestation that I want that is on the horizon right now, right now. So hopefully you've either come out of your meditation or maybe the answer is just very loud to you right now. If you don't have an answer, that's a good thing to go think about during your meditation. But you might have, if you're a Taurus, you probably know what the goal is. Just because you seek the rewards so much that you must know what the goal is, right? So as you are thinking about this goal, what are the actionable steps that I need to take to work myself towards that manifestation? If I want to manifest a peaceful home, right? Part of that actionable step is to, first of all, not bring my own negativity into my own home, then protecting my home, right? What are all of those actionable steps that I need to do to have that thing? All right, if you need this slide longer, you can stay here. Otherwise, let's talk about the major themes of this sign. So for the sign of Taurus, these themes include, in addition to these, there are many more, of course, but majorly, the major themes at least are stability, practicality, sensuality, the physical world, anything that represents the physical world, beauty, luxury, art, loyalty, dedication, comfort, stubbornness, security, and stability, of course, consistence, resiliency, aesthetic, patience, slow to act, tradition, and then for certain cards, the Hierophant is a card that is a major connecting energy here. So the Hierophant represents established rules, traditions, and conventions. Typically, the Hierophant energy is seen through religious spiritual figures or the institutionalization of knowledge, for example, with like higher education with the university. Even though it's not a religious institution, it's seeing knowledge as a spiritual practice or as institutionalized, like a belief system. And then wisdom and guidance is also connected here. Go ahead and take a few moments to see what themes here are really speaking to you, and you might want to add a couple of them to your journal. And if you need this slide longer, you can stay here. Otherwise, I'm ready to talk about this Decan. So this full moon is going to be happening in the second Decan of Taurus as we reach 13 degrees, 22 minutes. The major themes with this Decan specifically are mothers and governing bodies. With this placement, we also have the moon, which is representing a Virgo triplicity. What that means is there may be a sense of wanting to control or analyze a situation, but maybe it's trying your patience because the maybe things are out of your control in other ways. So it's going to require tenacity and ambition. You will need to show determination, patience, stamina, and other things that are associated here is seduction, persuasion, and it's a powerful time to use your voice. So be responsible. Seek to create safe situations for yourself and others because safety is important here. Love and love making specifically is important here. Anything that feels rock solid is connected to this Decan, like reliability. Fertility is also a major theme here, as well as the planet of Pluto and its related themes, like overarching structures and governing bodies. And Ceres. Ceres is the goddess of bounty, and she is Persephone's, if you know Greek mythology, she is Persephone's mother. And Hades, which is represented by Pluto, is noted here energetically. What you'll see, maybe from this energy is the best way to put that. What you'll see here is this beautiful dark sensuality as we head into fall and winter, right? We're about to go into, or we are in Scorpio season as well. So it makes sense that we're getting this like sensual, lovemaking, fertile energy, right? When Taurus and Scorpio are dancing together, it's a really fertile ground. So, so also with this sign, we have the six, or with this Decan of Taurus, we also get the Six of Pentacles, which is all about like karmic returns. So, power balance or equilibrium. And then the star Zibal is here, and that is going to be noted in this transit. And it's connected to the elements of science, travel, and changes. Another star here is, I don't know how to say it, but Sich is my guess, which is family values. So, what is valuable to you as a family, whether you're solo, whether you have pets, whether you have others in your life, or whether your family involves a soul family or an actual blood-related or a blood-related family. These are important themes that are coming up. However, be careful with appearances for appearance sake. What that often looks like with this particular star and like its themes are like a golden child, right? Or having to keep up with the Joneses, if that makes sense, right? It's not actually heart-centered family values. It's a facade, it's a mask. So be cautious of those things. With that, right, we have genuine generosity, which is noted by Six of Pentacles. So if somebody is genuinely generous, they desire to be generous, they desire to give, they desire to see the money or the resources that they share make impact for others, not just themselves. The opposition, right? So the opposite of this, of a genuine, generous individual is a Svengali. And a Svengali is somebody who is generous for the mode of getting something that they want, right? So they have manipulative intentions behind their generosity. So on the appearance, they might look very generous, but once that person once the mask comes off is the best way to say it. The genuine once that generous mask were to be taken off, you will sense that this person is manipulating you. So, as this caution is being presented to us, spend your energy wisely, right? Find and connect to genuine generosity instead of that Svengali energy. We are in the Six of Pentacles energy. So, note that power balance, right? What is meant for you. We just had that new moon in Libra. So when I say equilibrium, we're getting the things, the returns, the rewards that are due to us are coming to us with this full moon. So enjoy. The rewards are on their way. So don't fix yourself stubbornly. This is the other caution with this Decan. Taurus doesn't want to move, but it also doesn't want to be stuck. It wants to be in a stable, nurturing place. So Taurus doesn't want to be stuck. Um, think of it like if you throw a beautiful, precious gemstone into quicksand, that's not going to be good. If you stick it into cement, that gemstone is not going to be valued or appreciated, right? So you don't want to fix yourself stubbornly. You want to be fixed into a place that is going to be good for your magnetization. So note, what is bringing you that power of magnetization and what is keeping you stuck. Okay, so now that we have talked about this, take a moment to write down anything here that's really resonating for you. I already know mine, so I will meet up with you in a second and we'll move forward. If you would like this slide longer, please stay here. Otherwise, let's go ahead and zoom in. So if you've been here a while, you know that my chart is on this slide. And if you would like to make your own, I recommend Time Passages. It is my favorite app. It's the easiest to use, in my opinion, and you can create a free chart for yourself. Or you can check the description. I also use Cafe Astrology as well, which is also free. But once you put in your birth date, birthplace, and birth time, then you will have a circle chart that looks like this one over here. Time Passages is the app that I use because it gives you these little numbers in the pie crust. So that's what you're looking for as we move into this section of the moon circle. So go ahead, take some time to do that. What you are looking for is this sign. So Taurus looks like this symbol, which is right here on my chart. So it is between my 8th house and my 9th house. So once you get your answers for that, go ahead and write them down. Ready? So this is for the houses 1st through the 6th house. If you need any of these themes, you can pause here. Otherwise, I'm taking us to the next slide because my themes are over there. So if you need this, pause. Otherwise, here are the 7th through 12th houses. My is the 8th and 9th house. So we're looking right here. I'm literally traveling in a few moments. So travel is obviously important here. Philosophy, shared resources, transformation, and intimacy. If you need this slide longer, you can stay here. Otherwise, let's put the puzzle pieces together, friend. These are the questions that we answered today. So go ahead, take a moment. If you're missing one, make sure all of them are answered. And I try not to put longer than 2 to 3 words per answer. So let's go to the next slide. If you need this one longer, you can pause. Otherwise, this is your ritual release burn. So you're going to go ahead and put all of your answers into the blanks right here. Broken shackles, Taurean house and themes, rock solid self-love, and watering the manifestation. I'm going to go ahead and do mine. You do yours, and I'll see you in a moment. So my answer, I see how society's fear of the shadows and its consumerist mask has kept me stuck in the area of security and genuine generosity in my life. I root myself in my own holistic wellness as an act of devotion to myself as I prepare to step towards my manifestation by trusting that enough money is coming to me. All right, so we have the full moon beach burn happening on November 5th. Remember, at 7:47 p.m. PST if you are in San Diego. We are looking to start up moon circles on the East Coast next. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know, get in contact. There's so many ways to do so through my website, linguistoflove.com, commenting here, sending me an email. There's so many ways to find me. I love you all so much. Is the next lunation that we have in November. It's happening towards the end of November, mid to end, and it is the new moon in Scorpio. If you want to do some magic and mixed with shadow work, so some alchemical work, I will be posting a video for that very soon. So stay tuned. We're going to connect to some Lilith energy once we get under this lunation. As always, I love you so much. Thank you for being here and being part of this beautiful movement. Um, Remember that you are your own medicine. You don't need anybody or anything else except for connection with each other. So, I love you. I hope you have a great day. You're absolutely wonderful. The next time you'll see me, it will probably be in New York City. So, I love you so much. Enjoy this full moon in Taurus.